autumn. A new beginning for the festival that never ends. Don't go anywhere. Horizon is here to stay.
There is something beautiful and intriguing about Playground Games and their ability to deliver high-class looking open-world racing games every 2 years or so. Their pedigree with the Horizon brand of the long-running Forza series has been nothing short of astonishing. Beginning all the way from their first game in the series on the Xbox 360 to 2016's exceptional Forza Horizon 3 on the Xbox One and patched for the Xbox One X earlier this year, fans have had many questions whether it'll truly surpass Xbox One's best-rated exclusive. And boy, they have not only done that, but they have absolutely smashed the threshold set by it. Forza Horizon 4 is easily the best racing game of this generation and one of the most beautiful-looking games you can play on the PC, Xbox One X, and Xbox One.
Did we just lose yellow?
Let's begin by talking a bit about the world in Forza Horizon 4. Gone are the days where the player is set in a predefined track environment. With Forza Horizon 4, Playground Games have introduced a completely dynamic element called Seasons, which I'm pretty sure you have already heard about. This feature drastically impacts the map and its track layout. Technically speaking, the map in Forza Horizon 4 is almost the same size as it was in 3, but the introduction of 4 dynamic seasons totally changes the layout and the environment in which players can race in. When the game begins, you're introduced to 4 seasons, giving you a taste of what is in store, but once you're done, you'll have to gain influence to unlock further seasons until making it to the Horizon roster. From there on, the transition from one season to another will be seamless, which will change every few days. The Seasons feature is easily one of the best and unique features we have come across in an open-world game, be it a racing game or not, as it totally changes the dynamics of in-game physics and the handling of vehicles, which in turn results in different kinds of environments. Playground Games have also improved the game's weather systems, resulting into better-looking rain effects, which further impacts the tracks. Tire marks on muddy tracks look great thanks to an enhanced implementation deformable terrain and parallax occlusion, along with some of the best world asset streaming we have seen in any open world. Make no mistake, there are some texture pop-in across all 3 platforms, but the world asset streaming technology is fairly seamless, and when you put it within the dynamics of 4 different seasons, the tech behind the same feels even more impressive. Then there are the vehicles themselves, and it goes without saying that they all look spectacular up close. High-quality textures work coupled with material-based shaders along with material reflection parameters, resulting into extremely detailed bodywork. As you must already be aware, the Horizon engine is completely based off of physical-based rendering, which allows the front and rear headlights to accordingly react and reflect according to the light source. Furthermore, the case covering the lights have their own translucency property, giving the cars a further boost in terms of detailing. Everything from the bumpers to the wheels, each car in the game feels ever so close to photorealistic visuals. However, there are a couple of issues we would like to point out. Although the interiors are intricately designed, the game doesn't allow you to freely see the cockpit, which is a bit of a bummer given that most racing games allow this. Perhaps Playground Games wanted to save on some texture budget, but it's not a major issue, but it would have been a nice-to-have feature. And lastly, the anti-aliasing solution seems a bit off on vehicles, resulting in blurred edges at times. As noted before, we test the game on all platforms, which are Xbox One, Xbox One X, and PC. Let's talk about the PC version, which, to no one's surprise, is the platform to play Forza Horizon 4 on.
So what? You just keep that needle in the red. Maybe do some evasive maneuvers. And the baddies overshot you and your hero is safe. For now. Good. This is all good stuff.
The developers recommend a decently powerful PC with specs that include 12 GB of memory, NVIDIA GTX 970 or NVIDIA GTX 1060 3 GB, or AMD R9 290X or AMD RX 470 and Intel i7 3820 at 3.6 GHz. Our test build included a GTX 1080 Ti 16 GB of GDDR5 memory and a Ryzen 1700X processor. It goes without saying that our build goes beyond the recommended requirements and we faced next to no performance issues. Although technically built for the Xbox One, Forza Horizon 4 on the PC features a wide range of graphics settings, which includes, but is not limited to, motion blur, deformable terrain quality, lens effect, SSR quality, particle effects quality, MSAA, FXAA, dynamic geometry quality, and night shadows. The game ran really well with absolutely no frame rate drops, which isn't a surprise given the specs that we were running this game on. However, consoles are where things get a bit interesting.
Trip to the festival wins, so let's get them! Don't sweat it, the Jets aren't in the race. They're just happy to be here. Oh yeah! Drivers coming from everywhere. Now it's a party.
For the first time ever, a Horizon game on the Xbox One X features two different kinds of settings. Performance mode allows the game to run at 1080p and 60 FPS, whereas the quality mode renders the game in a native 4K at 30 FPS. For an open-world game which is as intricately detailed as Forza Horizon 4, the inclusion of a performance mode is a superb achievement, and what is even more amazing is that the engine manages to achieve these targets regardless of the stress of a particular situation within the game. Yes, Forza Horizon 4 runs at a rock-solid 60 FPS at 1080p on the Xbox One X, and we witnessed next to no frame rate drops. The 4K mode also maintains a stable 30 FPS on the Xbox One X, but is apparently the better mode in terms of visual fidelity and graphical parameters. Several parameters like motion blur, anisotropic filtering, reflection quality on glasses, and cars are much better in quality mode. It's hard to recommend which mode you should play as each mode has its own advantages, but the prospect of playing a brilliant open-world racer at 60 FPS is definitely more enticing than 30 FPS. The base Xbox One, purely from technical specifications point of views, doesn't really have the numbers of the Xbox One X and the high-end PC. Targeting a full 1080p resolution along with a 30 FPS cap, Forza Horizon 4 on the base Xbox One is still a looker. However, we did notice some frame rate drops during stressful situations, but for the most part, performance was fine. As expected, both the Xbox One X and PC versions have numerous advantages over the Xbox One build, but when viewed in isolation, the game is an absolute stunner and perhaps one of the best looking games on the system.
Oh yeah! Drivers coming from everywhere. Now it's a party.
In terms of difference between the three versions, the PC version has better world asset streaming and improved draw distances, along with enhanced motion blur effects compared to the Xbox One X build. The Xbox One X version, on the other hand, has better reflection quality, SSR, image quality, particle effects, and texture filtering compared to the base Xbox One. So, in conclusion, whatever platform you play Forza Horizon 4 on, you're guaranteed to receive the best possible version. There isn't really a winner here since the game does justice to each platform it runs on, but purely based on technical numbers, PC is the way to go if you have the hardware. For console players, and for those who primarily play on the base Xbox One, Forza Horizon 4 is the best reason to upgrade to or buy an Xbox One X.
Hey, eyes forward! Ignore the camera. Try to look heroic. And that is a wrap, everyone.